Nord Stream 2 is an undersea natural gas pipeline project. It connects Vyborg in Russia to Greifswald in Germany following the route of the existing Nord Stream twin pipeline. It will take more of Russia's gas to Europe across the Baltic Sea. When completed and operational, probably in 2019, Nord Stream 2 is expected to double the current export level of 55 billion cubic meters from the Russian Federation to Germany.
The existing pipeline is adequate for a lot of purposes, but with Germany's anticipated growing energy needs as its economy grows, they would like to supplement that with a second pipeline.
But the pipeline project has been controversial. While its proponents argue that it will enhance security of supply and support climate goals, critics of the project, including the United States, insist that it will increase Europe's reliance on Russian gas. They insist this is not good for Europe, as tensions between the EU and Russia remain high, mainly because of the situation in Ukraine, where pro-Russians are fighting the government. Critics of Nord Stream 2 also claim Ukraine stands to lose the most, because the new pipeline would undermine Ukraine's gas transit route. Pipelines crisscrossing Ukraine take Russian gas to other countries, and this currently provides Ukraine with billions of dollars a year and some geopolitical leverage.
The Ukrainians like to turn the tap on and off every time they have a fight with the Russians, so that then the Europeans will blame the Russians for what the Ukrainians are doing. And the Russians and the Germans both would like to have a direct supply from Russia to Germany without having to go through a transit country.
The German Chancellor Angela Merkel appeared to be defending the multi-billion-dollar pipeline on Friday. She said that it will not make her country dependent on Russian energy.
Only a small part of Germany's energy would come from Russia, even if Nord Stream 2 is connected. But it's a small and valuable part of Germany's energy security. But that is not good enough for people in Washington. They want to use this as a geopolitical weapon, not so much with respect to Germany, but against Russia. They don't want Russia selling its energy to people in Europe.
German Chancellor, however, reaffirmed that Berlin wants to make sure that the Russian Federation would not halt exporting gas via Ukraine even after the Nord Stream 2 pipeline is operational. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin said recently that Europe needs Nord Stream 2 because the continent's gas consumption is rising and its reserves are being depleted. Germany and Russia's determination to cooperate in the field of energy is not being welcomed by America. The U.S., which is in constant rivalry with Russia, has been growing impatient with the ongoing cooperation between Moscow and Berlin. The U.S. President Donald Trump recently lashed out at Germany over the project, describing Berlin as a captive of Russia. Observers are waiting to see whether political developments will impact the progress of the pipeline project. They believe despite all the opposition, the pipeline is highly likely to be eventually completed.